I can't explain to them what it was like before the World Wide Web, because young people have only known life in a world in which they can click to find other new information. It was because they just didn't get it. You know, back in those days, you could show somebody a computer, and you click on a link, and they go from one page to another, and they go, yeah, okay, so what's the big deal? Because they just couldn't imagine that in the future, if we all put our data on the web, that if you clicked on a link on a page, it could take you anywhere in the world.
We're actually very happy to be hosting the World FDI here in Sharjah. It's the first time it's happening here in the Middle East. We're so proud to have that many celebrities or actually entrepreneurs that have actually started in their hometown, and they're actually telling us more about their stories here in Sharjah. The amazing part of it is that we're having a message that East meeting West, all in Sharjah, and we're very proud to see how Sharjah has been developing itself since the 1970s.
There's an Arabic saying that sticks to my head, and roughly translated that the people of Mecca know their business better.
Now, if the legislation allows you to do that simply, then you do that immediately. But if you're not, then you hopefully had done your homework before entering into the marriage.
Badr, I hope you're not poised to tell us about a bad marriage.
Well, I promised Mishal that I would disagree with him at least once.
Innovation. Every step we take, this is going to be very important from now on, if you want to be different, if you want to be successful. Now, Professor Richard Florida, who was my colleague at Carnegie Mellon University, he talks about, in his book, the rise of the creative class. He says that for innovation to happen, you need a climate. And in that climate, there are three important factors. He calls them 3 T's.
The governments have been very prudent in investing in infrastructure across the region, and I would make a distinction between infrastructure and quality infrastructure.
And I would say the law and order security situation plays an importantly key role these days. So I was to start about infrastructure first, and we talk from the UAE context. I think UAE has done probably one of the best jobs globally over the last decade or so in terms of providing the top-class, world-class infrastructure.
First of all, we have reliable power, electricity. Working in a factory in Kerala, we would have power outages 4 times a day. That's a cost, right? We don't have that here. We have reliable supply of electricity.
Well, I think foreign investment is very good because it adds not just to the stock of capital in a country, it brings new ideas, new technologies, new ways of running and managing businesses, and new talent. And I don't think an economy can really grow. It certainly can't transform itself by itself.
And I think the subtitle ought to be How to Dance with an Elephant Without Having Him Trample You in the Process. And so what we want to do is, with our panelists, share their experiences in identifying and dealing with some of the challenges as well as some of the strategies that they've used to overcome.
There are various different aspects that are key for me. One of them I do call is the catch-up syndrome.
I was asked about the relevance of the World Bank data to my day-to-day business. Does it count? Do I take note of it? And the answer is no. I don't take note of it, and for a very good reason. That information is historic. So my interest is what's happening today in some of these countries that's preventing or slowing our business.
It's always fantastic coming back to Sharjah in the UAE. I'm especially pleased that His Highness Sahib Samu has attracted this world-class event to Sharjah. It's a fantastic showcase for the Emirate. It's a fantastic showcase for the Emirates, and it's also a fantastic showcase, I believe, for the Arab world.